Hey guys, Jess from Stark Skincare here. I can guarantee I'm going to be playing with my hair this entire video. I tried something new and it's annoying. The weather has been super weird here because it is the beginning of September and where I live, that means we can get any kind of weather. Fall here isn't even fall. Fall is just like a mishmash of potential weather conditions. My birthday, for example, is near the end of October, and I've had birthdays. I'm just saying my birthday because it's like a day that I can remember more or less, you know, throughout my life. I have had birthdays where it's been in the high 30s Celsius, so like very hot summertime weather, where I've been in like shorts and a tank top. And I've had birthdays where there's been blizzards. The day that I was born was actually a blizzard. Fall means you pretty much have to be prepared for anything. I've got a few tips and tricks for transitioning your skin from one type of climate, one weather to another, and it is frighteningly easy. See, I'm playing with my hair a lot. Wow, that's big hair. You're probably asking yourself, Jess, why didn't you just do your hair before doing the video, for starting the video? Well, I did, but it looks way different in the mirror than it does on camera, so I am a Muppet. Let's just continue. In the late summer, when it's still very hot and humid, like it was yesterday for us, today it's cool. So, you know, this is what I'm talking about. So in the late summer, when generally speaking it's still very hot and humid, we sort of forget, or like we ignore the fact that soon enough fall is going to come. So even though we're really excited about putting on our cozy sweaters and like, you know, maybe like getting a new scarf for the season and like pumpkin spice lattes and all that shit, we forget that our body has to transition too, and what does that mean? So in terms of your skin, I feel like there's two areas where you really need to focus. So it's very simple. You need to focus on hydration and you need to focus on gentle exfoliation. And the best way to kind of start that is by doing pretty much nothing. This is what I like to call a skin reset, where you literally do nothing for your skin for, I don't know, I mean, you can set the amount of time. Maybe a day is as long as you're comfortable with. Maybe it's a weekend. Maybe you're gonna go a whole week without doing anything to your skin. What it means to do nothing for your skin is you're gonna wear minimal to no makeup. You're gonna wash with water and a face cloth, if you are used to face cloths. If you're not used to face cloths, that may or may not be too exfoliating for you. So just exercise caution and common sense. Like, what is your version of a totally minimal routine? So I can't answer that exactly for you. It's just you have to use your own judgment and like intuition on what that might mean for you. If you are someone who does like a 20-step regimen every night, then maybe you want to cut it down to like 2 things or 3 things. So minimal is going to look very different for everyone, but the point is that you take a step back, you make everything super, super easy and simple before you change anything up. And the reason why you want to do that is that you want a clean slate, both in terms of your skin, just kind of, you know, not reacting to anything new, just kind of resetting back to its, you know, factory settings. And you want to sort of do the same thing with your mind. So by not introducing a bunch of new stuff, by not rushing out and getting what, you know, the latest influencer is saying to get, by, you know, maybe not even opening up your subscription boxes for a couple of months and just diving right in there. I've just recently signed up for Beauty Heroes and it is so much fun, but I'm doing so much new stuff to my skin. I mean, like, 4 weeks is not enough time to get used to any one brand or any one type of thing, and I'm just like switching it up, and it's a lot of fun, but it's not necessarily always the best thing for your skin. So just take a breather, take it back, use just a few basic things that you know work for your skin, maybe just your favorite cleanser, start there and see where you're at mentally too. You just want to ignore all the noise around you. And don't go out looking for more information. Just really, really take a breather. So once you've done that for, let's say we'll do it for a weekend. I think a weekend would be a good starting point. You do that for a weekend, and you want to be very gently exfoliating your skin. Whenever the weather is cooler, your cells have a harder time regenerating and sloughing off the dead skin cells. So before the weather gets really cold or cool or whatever, or dry wherever you live, just start with gentle exfoliation. So you're going to want to cut down on what you're doing, then introduce gentle exfoliation. If you're already doing a gentle exfoliation, like let's say you use something like Eclipse and you're using that with a face cloth and your skin is totally used to that, that could be your bare minimum routine, just starting with that cleansing routine. Because that's going to keep your skin sort of on top of things and ready to embrace the new weather. And then the second thing that you're going to be concentrating on is hydration. So after the summer, I find that as long as the cool weather hasn't started yet, your skin's not really going to need much moisture. So moisture comes from oils, hydration comes from water-based things, just in a sort of simplified version. So what you're going to want to do is introduce or preferably use something you already have and that you know that your skin likes, something that is a hydration serum. So for example, if you use something like my Everlasting Calm and Smooth serum, then you're going to want to, infusion I should say, you're going to want to use just that for a little while. If you have a hydrating mist, such as like I have now the Josh Rosebrook Hydration Accelerator or whatever it's called, you could use something like that, or maybe a hyaluronic acid, whatever it is that you already have, you know your skin's totally cool with it. Use that in your routine, and maybe just use a little bit more and just concentrate on water-based hydration for your skin. So you're going to want to use something that has humectants and something well formulated. You're not going to want too much glycerin or too much honey or something like that. You don't want it to get to the point where it's like a sticky film on your skin, but you do want your skin drinking in as much water as possible and just getting really plump, because that's really, really going to help your skin once there's that drastic dip in humidity in the air itself, and in our homes too, because don't forget that once it gets cool outside, we put on our heaters, and then the indoor atmosphere is super, super dry as well. And you're probably going to want to get a humidifier as well for sleeping. So I am getting a new humidifier this year. If anyone has a suggestion for something that's really good but not too expensive, let me know. Once you're at that point where you've really cut down on your skin routine, maybe not wearing makeup either, to really see, is your skin looking dull? Are you kind of sallow? Do you have a nice glow going? That kind of thing. To see sort of, visually where the health of your skin is at, and then use all of your senses to really get in touch with your skin and to hone in on this idea of listening to your skin. So skin listening is something that I've encouraged my customers to do for a very long time now, and I've had some reticence in explaining exactly what that means, because it's such an intuitive experience that I find it's a little bit hard to put into words. It's not really like a step-by-step program or anything like that. It really is going to be different from person to person, and it really comes down to trusting yourself that you are your own expert, that intuitively you can figure out exactly what your skin needs, what your skin is not liking. Every brand is going to tell you like, oh, if you have that reaction to that brand, like here, just take mine, mine's better, and everyone's just trying to sell their own things. And there's so much information out there, there's so many experts, there's so many like influencers. Like as soon as something doesn't work for someone, we're out looking for the next thing, and someone's always recommending something new, and it's really hard. Like, and I'm having this experience right now with like hair stuff, which has been a really great learning experience for me, because I've kind of gone back to that beginner's mind and of being that consumer looking for holy grail items. And so it's really reminding me where maybe a lot of you are at, or where you sort of, sometimes I think we also like sort of delve in and out of that mindset. And so it's good to remind myself of what that can be like, and to trust my intuition and trust that like I am like an expert in the field of skincare, but also that I am my own expert and that I can determine what my skin wants or doesn't want, not in terms of being someone who's a formulator and, you know, really familiar with the skin and how it functions, but just in terms of being an expert on Jess and what Jess wants and needs, and how my skin can look, should look, feel, you know, texture, like how does it even sound? You know how you can kind of like hear your own, like your fingers rubbing against your skin? How quickly do I go red after I manipulate my skin? You know, the bounce back rate, how plump does it feel? How dark am I getting around my eyes? Am I lacking sleep? Am I lacking water? I'm lacking both right now. And that kind of thing. So to transition into fall, it's a really good time to just take that breather, bring it down to the basics, exfoliate lightly, and to hydrate. So that's really, really the basics of transitioning to a new season, or if you're traveling. Don't forget to keep wearing your SPF. On Facebook, not Facebook, the other one, Instagram, I had mentioned that at the end of summer, this is for my skin anyways, it can be quite oily, and to maybe just back away from like the really heavy SPFs. If you're using a mineral SPF, they're often quite oily, or they have like shea butter or something like that in it. To maybe, yeah, like wear a wide brim hat instead, or maybe use a different SPF, something lighter, or just give your skin a little bit of a chance to breathe, to get a little bit of fresh air on it before we go straight into the dead of winter, right, Canadians? And yeah, because we're gonna have a whole new set of issues in a couple of months, or challenges, and so this is really a good opportunity to sort of hit the reset button and then move forward. So once you have exfoliated and you've done your hydration, if in the midst of that, okay, so your skin's doing really well, there's a big drop in temperature outside and you need to react to that, remember, this is, to read your skin, to listen to your skin, it's a day by day thing. So you need to look at your skin in a snapshot from day to day. So if it's very cold out there, you might not want to go naked faced. You do want to layer your skincare just like you're going to be layering your clothing. So you always go from something lighter to something heavier. So after you have cleansed your skin, you put on your light hydration serum, you're going to want to put something more occlusive on top. So an oil, or even a balm or a cream, or whatever your skin likes best. So there. That's all I need to say now. Love you guys. See you next week. Bye.